A few inches later.
Speak if you can. What kind of creatures are you?
All hail Macbeth. Hail to you, Thane of Glamouth.
All hail Macbeth! Hail to you, Thane of Condor!
All hail the future king.
My dear Macbeth, why do you look so startled? And after of these nice things, they're saying, tell me honestly, are you illusions or are you really what you seem to be? You've greeted my noble friend with honors and talk of a future so glorious that you've made him speechless. But you don't say anything to me. If you can see the future and say how things will turn out, tell me. I don't want your favors, and I'm not afraid of your hatred.
Hail!
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 Happy as Macbeth, you're much happier.
Your descendants will be kings, even though you will not be one. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Wait! You only told me part of what I want to know. Stay and tell me more. I already know I am the Thane of Glamis, and because I inherited the position when my father Sinel died. But how can you tell? How can you call me the Thane of Condor? The Thane of Condor is alive, and he's a rich and powerful man. And me to be the king is completely impossible. Just as impossible for me to be the Thane of Condor. Tell me where you learned these strange things and why you stop us at this desolate place with the prophesied reading. Speak! I command you!
The earth that has bubbles.
Shut up! The earth has bubbles just like the water, and these creatures must have come from bubbles in the earth. Where did they disappear to?
And into thin air. Their bodies melted like the breath in the wind. I wish they had stayed.
Were these things we're talking about really here? Okay.
Put your script down.
Were these things we're talking about really here? Or are we both on drugs?
Your children will be kings.
You will be the king.
And Thane of Condor too? Isn't that what they say?
That's exactly what they said.
Tomorrow.
With this plan, the king has just honored me. I have earned the good opinion of all the sorts of people. I want to enjoy these honors while the feeling is fresh and not throw them away so soon.
Were you drunk when you seemed so hopeful before? Have you gone to sleep and woken up green and pale in fear of this idea? From now on, this is what I'll think of your love. Are you afraid to act the way you desire? Will you take the crown you want so badly, or will you live as a coward? Always saying, I can't, after you say, I want to. You're like the poor cat in the old story.
Please stop! I dare to do only what is proper for a man to do. He who dares to do more is not a man at all.
If you weren't a man, then what kind of animal were you when you first told me you wanted to do this? When you dared to do it, that's when you were a man. And if you go one step further by doing what you dared to do before, you'll be that much more the man. I have suckled the baby, and I know how sweet it is to love the baby at my breast. But even as the baby was smiling up at me, I would have plucked my nipple out of its mouth and smashed its brain out against a wall if I had sworn to do that the same way you have sworn to do this.
Yeah, but what if we fail?
We fail? If you get your courage up, we can't fail. When Duncan is asleep, the day's hard journey has definitely made him tired. I'll get his two servants so drunk that their memory will go up in smoke through the chimneys of their brains. When they lie asleep like pigs, so drunk they'll be dead to the world, what won't you and I be able to do to the unguarded Duncan? And whatever we do, we can lay all the blame on the drunken servants.
Now I'm decided, and I will exert every muscle in my body to commit this crime. Go now, and pretend to be a friendly hostess. Hide with a false pleasant face, and what you will know in your false evil heart.
3:28 a.m.
Shots, shots, shots. Everybody!
12 seconds later.
I love you, Red Solo Cup. I live.
He looks like my father.
Don't freaking do it, Dave. Die! Freaking die!
A few moments later.
The alcohol that got the servants drunk has made me bold. The same liquor that quenched their thirst has fired me up. Listen, quiet. That was the owl that shrieked with a scary good night, like the bells that ring before they execute people. Macbeth must be killing the king right now. The doors to Duncan's chamber are open, and the drunk servants make a mockery of their jobs by snoring instead of protecting the king. I put so many drugs in their drinks that you can't tell if they're alive or dead. He couldn't have missed them. If Duncan hadn't reminded me of my father when I saw him sleeping, I would have killed him myself.
Eventually.
I have done the deed. Did you hear the noise?
I heard the owls scream and the crickets cry. Didn't you say something?
When?
Just now.
As I came down?
Yes.
Listen, who's sleeping in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight. Honor me, and I have earned the good opinion of all sorts of people. I want to.
You want to restart from the beginning. We can do it.
Okay.
I am Macbeth here.
No,
Kaylee,
We're
no, you
starting
have to
over.
restart. We're starting over.
Forget my lines.
Thane of
Forgot him.
Did you hear the noise?
Yes, I heard it.
When?
Is that?
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Oh, hell, Macbeth.
No, we can't laugh, guys.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard.
Okay, wait.
And the crickets cry.
Oh, when?
I don't know.
Glamis.
Oh, hell, Macbeth. I'll think.
Hail to you.
Can I have a script?
3, 2.
Wait, you only told me part of what we wanted to know. Stay and tell me more. I already know I am the Thane of Glamis because I inherit.
Okay, restart.
I have a cat hair. Hold on. Can we
Restart?
restart? Yeah.